We're back with more Forestella. Snow globe, snow globe, snow globe.
Were you trying to be a solo quartet?
I was trying to. Did it work? I couldn't overlay them all together in live. I tried.
An attempt was made.
Yeah. You do what you can.
Frozen in forever winter, floating on silvery storms, dazzling stars softly embracing all that I've ever known. The loneliness settling deeper, so silently under my feet. Longing is there, and my reflection, hoping for something more. The cold reality.
This song feels very Anastasia meets Music Box.
Almost Phantom of the Opera-esque. With Anastasia. I think Anastasia meets Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
And then toned down a bit. And then stretched out a bit. Yes.
It reminds me of Once Upon a December.
Yes.
That's what it mostly reminds me of. Yeah.
That's a good song.
It is.
For something more. The cold reality splinters, a faint melodious sound. Sweet temptation is calling me. Take a leap of faith over time. When the stars align, gods in a favor, take your place center stage in the night. Santa Claus the light, we're never waver. No one is waiting to catch you tonight. Don't look down if you fall from grace.
You know what else?
Go ahead.
No, you go.
All right. So just the way that they are overlaying all their vocals together, they're singing them together, right? But it adds so much depth. So we start off with the main melody line, and then the bass singer comes in and just adds a little bit to that, just a little bit to give you a feeling of groundedness. And then when they start to add the other two voices over the top of that, it does something. It adds an element of fantasy. That's really what it does. And it rounds out the entire song. So first it's like taking you for a walk. And then it like really grounds you there. And then as you're taking that walk, it's like the winds sweep you out and you're looking down over the city like Scrooge and the Ghost of Christmas Past, like going out, and you're like, whoa, what is this? And you look out on your hands and you're like, oh, I don't have hands. I am the wind. And then like that's what it does. That's what it does. And it does it really well. And then it pulls it back and finishes this verse with that deep grounding bass and brings you right back down. And that's something that takes some very good composing skills to do. And the performance just ties all of that together. And just the way that it's able to take you from down here to up there and back again, I thought was really, really well done.
You know what it actually reminded me of? It reminded me of, thematically, the Masquerade week from Count of Monte Cristo. If you've never read the Count of Monte Cristo, there's a main character that's like, he's a young boy, he's drunk, he's dancing at
Carnival.
Masquerade. Carnival, is that what it was?
Yeah, the Italian Carnival.
You're right.
Yes.
But it reminds me of that. I'm sorry, I said Masquerade. That's French because
Masquerade.
the images are Masquerade-like.
Yeah.
But Carnival's the same way. They're wearing the masks and they're doing all the dancing, and you never really see the other person's face. But his carnival ends with a negative twist. He gets pulled down literally into the abyss, into like the catacombs, and he's captured. And it's like, don't look down if you fall from grace. You've been sucked down out of kind of the drunken joy of carnival. You're being sucked down now.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Oh, yeah, interesting, yeah.
From grace. For the unknown becomes known. What has been shown cannot then be unshown. Paint a smile upon your face when you're dancing right through the pain. The cold reality splinters, a dark symphonious sound. Sweet temptation is calling me. Never let them take up your crown. When the stars align, all in our favor, take your place at the stage in the night. Through the light, time never waver. No one is waiting to catch you tonight.
It gets
This is-
trippier and trippier.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. It's a song. I think it's portrayed well in the like carnival dancers, and then the ballerina shows up. It's like, you have to stand out. If you want to do it well, you cannot let yourself waver. You cannot let yourself doubt. And once you're doing it, what's known cannot become unknown. Once you're doing it, it's out there. There's no pulling it back.
Right.
If you're going to do it all the way. Go. And you can take that for many different things. But in the music video, it's the ballerina going in to do her ballet-style dance in the middle of everyone else doing their ballroom carnival.
And one of the things that really stands out to me in a way that is subtle but impactful is, as like we talk about how it's kind of taking you down a path. Well, you kind of get settled into one of their voices or one of these lines, and then the next person comes in a little bit higher, a little bit more intense, and so it's like da 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 da, and you're like, oh, we're just like, we're leveling up in this fantasy world. We're like going to the next stage of whatever's happening, and what is this going to culminate in as we're getting pushed and pushed further to the precipice?
It's a kaleidoscope.
Then that's what it feels like.
Have you seen the people are asking AI art programs, say, make a picturesque Japanese scene? And they'll say, make it more Japanese, make it more Japanese, make it more Japanese. Have you ever seen that before? No. They get hilariously like cosmic wild crazy until it's like cosmically Japanese. They're really funny. What you just said reminded me of that.
Okay.
It just keeps leveling up and leveling up. If you've never done that before, go to like Dolly or something for free and just keep telling it to make more. Pick your culture of choice. Say, make it Korean. Make it more Korean. And just keep going. Just keep pushing it. When it says, I've made the most Korean thing ever, you say, oh no, that's not even close. I need you to dig deep and go more Korean. It'll make more Korean. It gets wild.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
No one is waiting to catch you tonight. Don't look down if you fall from
That was so interesting. The whole thing made me think of, first off, you've got the coin with like the gold being peeled off to reveal it's not a gold coin. You've got the color being ripped off the gem to show it's just a gray, probably glass, right? And it makes me think, this one person standing in the midst of all the people portraying the truth, their truth to the rest of the group, is one, offending the group. They're just staring. Like, why are you doing this to us? One, they're staring. And two, it is pulling off the veneer. the falsehood that's being portrayed that everyone's been indulging in and is exposing it. And now that what's known cannot be made unknown makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah, and I really like that no one's waiting to catch you, right? Like, you go out there and you just do it, right? Like, if you fall, don't look down.
That dancing is a lot like that when you're doing like a dance live performance on stage. If you fall down, stand up, get back in position, act like nothing happened.
Yeah, or make it part of, like, add it as an ad lib, right? It's funny when dancers' shoes.
Say that
It's
again.
funny when dancers' shoes fall off and the different ways they respond to that. You know.
I've experienced that with people, and it's fun to talk to them about what they're thinking about when their shoe comes off, and they're like, "This was a high heel."
Or like I saw one, it was a youth dance group, and so not quite as seasoned, you know. And she's just like continuing her dance and like trying to put her shoe
Trying
back
to get
on.
her shoe on as she's dancing.
But it was ballet. It's like just ignore the shoe. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I love the intensity. You get that rich choral voice set going throughout there, and then you can hear a little bit of grit in the voice, and then you get the electric guitar, and it's just like so cool. And back to the music box.
I think that's a harpsichord.
I was wondering that actually earlier in the song.
It sounds music box like, but I think it's actually a harpsichord.
Because it is I believe they are using a keyboard. They're just grace note. Brum, brum, brum.
Yeah, but a harpsichord, it's got that unique plucking mechanism to it.
The starry night out of my window, darkness covers with no end inside. To go back in time, dancing my solo, always hoping to find the moonshine.
That was an incredible ending. One of the things there is we have, it's like a chiasmic format, like format of chiasmus here, where you have like A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A in terms of like the theme here. And what I really loved was, because we talk about this, it's the same lyrics, right? Like, don't look down, no one's there to catch you. Like, and we see, but as we go into it, we see the color fade from all these things. We see the veneer fall from all these things. But the dancing continues. The expression continues. And then that expression, it informs and enlightens and elevates all the other things. And then all the color, all the passion, all the life comes back into the things where it fell before, where there was the doubt and the dimness. Now we have this brightness and this hope and this vivacity, and just following that path of like, okay, I'm going to do this, but here's what could happen if it all goes down. It's like, but it could all go down, but because we're flying, we're dancing, like we can fall. It doesn't matter. You get this beauty and this golden, beautiful, just expressive spectrum of light and color, and it's amazing. And it ties the whole thing together in a very helpful way. Loved it.
I don't have a lot to add to that. That was well put.
But I also want to say, like, if you listen carefully to the vocals there, sorry, there's just so much.
Okay, go.
I loved it. We have like a couple different things. You can hear like kind of a rock, like a metal rock type of vocal, like a power metal type of like, yeah, not like that. Definitely not like that. And you also have the classical voice on top of that, and they're meshing together. And one of the coolest things that happened here is at the beginning, we had a single melody line, a single vocalist, and then we talked about adding to that, right? The other vocalists joined in. At the end, we had all the vocalists acting just with immense power, right? We had the very deep, we had the very high, we even had some electric guitar in there, which was legit. And then comes down, they come off until the last few words is just the solo vocalist again. And so you have that arc coming all the way back to the beginning. Only this time we've learned something. It's the hero's journey. This song plays us the hero's journey in musical and video form. And it was beautiful.
That was beautiful. This reminds me a lot of their Utopia song in how it's so Queen-esque. Like, I don't know of another band to compare that sound to, that rock with those combined vocals that you were trying to describe with the wah! Right? that sound I really only recognize from Queen and Forestella. It's a very unique sound, and it adds so much. I wouldn't say it adds emotion, it adds depth of emotion. It allows you to have multiple layered emotions. Instead of trying to portray one emotion very strongly, it allows you to combine the emotions to make a much more nuanced feeling. It's pretty cool.
It's very cool. Anyways, thank you for this recommendation. If you have more recommendations for Forestella, drop them in the comments. Let us know what you thought, and we will see you guys over on the next one. This video right here, actually, this is a really good one. Check it out.